Hello everybody, this is Jose Thomas here, and today we'll be covering about class and objects in C++. So in this video we'll discuss what a class is, how a class differ from structures, what is objects, what do you mean by these keywords public, class and all those things. So what a class is? A class is like a collection of different data members or member functions that can be accessed through its instances such as named as objects. So to declare a class, we need to give a keyword class and a class name that can be anything. In our question, it was named to be student, so I took it student, and it can have data members of different data types like admission number is of integer type, student name of character type, English, Maths, Science are the subjects related to a students, so it can be a float type, and all their sum would be in total, so that also should be in float type, and the member functions can also be placed inside the class. So class is basically a blueprint. So is the difference between a class and a structure? Structure also stores different data types inside a structure. What makes it different is that structures are public by default, whereas a class is private by default. That's why you don't need to give any access specifiers named as private here. But when you give it as public, the things below it would be public in nature. So you can access that through an object from the main. So that's the difference between a structure and a class. And next we'll see with respect to this program. So we are asked to create a class named student with various data members, as I have told earlier, and it should have a member function in its private region, that is ctotal, and it should return a float value, that is the sum of three subject marks. So this function ctotal will be called by a member function take data in the public. So take data is a member function that accepts value to all data members using cin. So I have made it a little more user friendly and make it understanding. So I gave some cout statements, this message, and at the end you can see that ctotal is being called, and the value that is returned by ctotal is stored in the data member total. So when we call the next member function show data, all the data members values related to that object is being displayed. So in the main we could see that we are asking the user how many number of students record is to be entered, and accordingly we create an array of objects of student type. The syntax for this is class name followed by object name, object any name, and if it's an array you need to specify the size as well, so it's n. And using a for loop we have called the two member functions for various number of students. So for calling a particular object's member function we use a dot operator, object dot operator, and the member function name if it's in public region. We can't access any data member or member function in private region through the object in main. So let's run this program and see how it works. So we are asked to enter the number of students. I let's say it as 2. Admission number of first student, I give it as 1. Name be, let the name be Harry, his marks be 80, 90, 70, and his details are displayed over here, and you could see that he scored 240 out of 300. Okay, now the second student, since we have asked for 2 students, the second student's admission number would be 2. His name would be David. His marks say it as 90, 90, 99, and you could see his marks as the sum of all those 279. This is being calculated when we are calling the ctotal and storing the value to total. So yeah, this program worked successfully, and now let's see how is the second program. This is also similar to the first one. So here we are asked to create a class named book, and the associated data members are book number, book name or book title of character array, its price, and it should have a function total cost. So it will accept argument n for the number of copies, and in the public region we have an input function that inputs the values to each data members of the corresponding object, and we have a purchase that lets the user to enter the number of copies of that particular book and send that number to the total cost function on calling, and calculates the total price of the book. So let's see what we have done in the main. Inside the main we created a user-friendly option for entering the number of books, and similar to the previous problem we have created that much object. It's an object of array in fact, and we have called the bi.input member function through the object b of I, and bi.purchase so that will calculate the total price of the book and the number of copies required. So let's run this program and check how it works. Enter the number of books. Here also I give it as 2. The book number is 1. The book title is 10. Number of copies. Enter the price per copy. So I give it as 50 for one book. I require 5 books, so I'm expecting 250. Yeah, that's the right answer. And the second book number is 2. The book name is, say, C++, and the number of copies, price per copy is 70. I want 100 copies, so it would be some 7,000. Yeah, 7,000 is the total price. So we have got our desired output, and this is it. Hope you understood the video. Thank you.